Hello, and welcome to another episode of Mob Talks. I'm Mats, and this is Robert.
Hello, Peep.
So, a new day, a new car. It is the first fully battery electric car from Audi, finally. And it's if you take the E-Up and the E-Golf out of the equation, it's the first car in an invasion from the VW group now with Seat and cheaper Audis and the ID coming along. It's going to be very exciting next few years. This is the E-tron. It's not. And we're back now at Riga.
Yeah, we have to thank Dales Auto.
In Fredrikstad this time.
Yes.
I know it's the wrong city, but that's how it is sometimes. And we've been driving it now for 30 minutes. Yeah, and it's a really, really good car. It's what do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. That's kind of
Yeah, it's informative. It's yeah. Well, it's quiet. It's good on the
a
road.
beautiful spring day. So
Yeah.
was that too noisy? Maybe. Yeah, probably. Sorry, I have to close it again.
We have the E6 right by.
Yeah, the highway.
Yeah.
So it's a big car. It's about the size of an X, and it's wide and lots of space for the driver and the passenger, and the seats are
The Model X,
yeah the Model X.
not the X.
No, none of my X's. And the seats are fabulous.
Yeah.
Really, they are.
It's like coming from yesterday from hell to heaven.
Yeah, we had the 500E, the Fiat 500E yesterday, and you can't almost find two different cars than that. I was thinking this is almost diametrical opposite of the Model 3. The Model 3 is relatively small. It's not a small car, but it's relatively compact car. Oh, right. As you can see, you can sleep in it if you want. And that's very sporty and very, 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 set up to be fun and sporty and not quite hardcore, but still. This is opposite. This is just big and incredibly comfortable to drive. It's like driving on a cushion. And it's quick. The X probably is slightly quicker still. Almost, but it is so quiet in here. The Bang & Olufsen stereo sounds very good. A bit too much bass for my taste, but I probably could find an equalizer and adjust that somewhere. I can't be bothered.
Oh.
But the combination of very, very comfortable ride, good stereo, brilliant seats, and plenty of range, really.
Yeah, the seats.
Yeah, now we're
I
playing
think
around with them. Are you done now?
No, but I have. Oh, this I like because this seat is tilting forwards or backwards after what support you want for your thighs.
Oh yeah, in the end here.
Yeah,
that's brilliant.
it's tilt. So now I'm putting it forward, and I don't have any support for the thighs. And I push this button, and it gives me more there. Oh,
and you can,
very good seats.
Yeah, and you can also extend the seat cushion. I know German cars have had that for 30 years now. I have no idea why no one else has it, because it is. I'm not used to it, as you know. I'm driven a lot of Asian cars. They don't have that, and this, I must say, is some of the best cars I've been in, best seats I've been sat in for a very long time.
Yeah, and you have also the
very wide seats too. Yeah. Bit of a fat German probably, but they're comfortable.
And you have this cushion, back cushion.
You have that in the Hyundai as well. Well, I have because I have electric seats in the
Yeah, you didn't.
In the driver's seat.
For passengers.
They don't deliver that. So let's give a quick tour of the interior. You done playing with the seat now?
Yeah.
Thank you. So all of this that you see in here that's shiny, that actually is real pucker aluminium. It's not fake, that plastic. Of course, it's an optional extra. It is an Audi after all. Yeah, the start button here, the backup camera, like this. Some options here for the. Oh, if you have a trailer, you have, and then this is probably a lot of it is probably standard VW fare on the screen. Good screen. And this, speaking of screens. This kind of virtual cockpit, it's not, I know they've had it now for quite a few years actually, I think 6 years or something. But I haven't used it before, I just read about it. And this, I really like this, it's brilliant. And here of course have you, and this is nice because they're tactile, so they make a sound and also you feel small vibration in them. That's really nice. So you can here have more functions. They probably split and they can talk to each other. Synchronize and rear off and all that. And timers and all sorts of things. It's really nice. And down here you have a wireless charger. And a 12 volt socket.
There.
Yeah, I know. See, it's charging. More aluminium, huge air outlets. It is a big car, this, and then you have the digital. Well, you have the screens. That one is okay. You get used to it. You look over and you find it's not that much different than it's in your view. When you're looking for the mirror, that isn't there.
And I saw something very fun.
And on this side, you're looking. You have your view. They go like this, and then and then you go down, and that's very strange. But there you have it.
If you can come back to this and put the blinker on this side, please.
No, that's wrong.
That's not
Sorry.
the blinker.
It's
Here
lights
and
up.
here.
That's brilliant.
So you have it two places.
Yeah, that's really
I
nice.
saw this when we were driving from.
Yeah, and
from
here
Dallas.
probably
Ouch!
not as big actually.
I have big legs.
Yeah, well, it's a pen holder. Look, that's probably an option extra.
It costs 10,000.
And doors, and here you also have.
Does the car have doors?
Yeah, and then now I just opened the rear. Locks and settings, of course. And you also have profiles here somewhere. Pull this down. There. User profiles. So I think VW have taken some things out of the Tesla rulebook and improved on it and kept it, and that's a good thing. Let's see, now the rear hatch is open. Can I close it too? No, can't close it. Okay, fine. And here you have under this, I just noticed, you have cup holders. So that sort of destroys the point of having storage down here, because you can't have both. But okay, and then you have rather small storage down here, sadly. But it is there, so it's entirely wasted. It looks very good, and I like the color too. Huge rims. What is this? 255/19 in yellow, massive brake discs. It's a 2.7-ton car, so you do need big brakes to stop it, even though you can regen. Big thanks. Great sales personnel, by the way. It really is. Sorry for the noise. And it's you have the big light bar across here. 55 quarter, which is the system they introduced that no one understands. Electric, of course. Big boot. Storage space, 12 volt, more storage space. And you can do this. You can drop the rear seats if you want. massive boot, and I think there's also more space. Let's see. Yeah, for your charge cables and shit. That's good. That's good. Well done, Audi. And then we have latches for your, if you want to latch something down. Now it's winter time, so we have this big plastic mat with rubbery thing with edges on it, so to keep all the grubby shit inside. Don't go up. No, we just go down. Put it back up again. I like to see its contours. Of course, it's isofix and all that stuff. I can turn around on the door sides. Very nice. Very nice. Oh. Here we have. Would you mind awfully turning the air conditioning on again? It is on, isn't it? I know the car has shut itself off. So here you have your rear seat climate control. Same kind of adjustment, same tactile screen. This is really nice. So you can turn off, you can just turn on this side if you want. You have your air vents here, coat hook, and probably also be used to different things. There can be different things that can be connected there. Coat hook, door handle.
How is the space for your knees?
I have plenty of space for my knees.
This seat is now, I think, yeah, as far back as I can. I sit comfortably.
You sit comfortably. I have plenty of space. Well, not plenty of space, but I have space for my feet. I can put my feet under the seat, and you know, yeah, it's okay back here. Really, it's nice. So I like the back seat. Here, of course, your quick charger, your CCS. That's really neat. That's really nice. We also have the same thing. No, you don't do the same thing here, because you can have it on both sides. That's an optional extra. Electronics and so on. Window washer liquid, and here have it. More things. Oh, adapters. Look. It's again, this seems like they've been thinking. You can charge it in different ways if you want to. That's great. It's not a big frunk, but it's a frunk. And that's a good thing. Huge bullet. Gas struts, obviously. Well, as you can see in here, or maybe not here, it's a really quiet car, this. It's really comfortable to drive too. I finally found the drive select button so I can switch between the different settings. And it's, you can feel kind of how it tightens up. Dynamic, and kind of hunkers down. It still doesn't become a sports car, but it feels much more taut because you don't have a quick charge network yet, but it's still doable. And, give it a few years and it will be up and running over most of Europe. Then cars like this really will come into their own. I mean, they're still usable, by all means. Playing around with the regenerative paddles and tiling, it don't make sense to me. But that could be me, of course, and not the car. Might as well just blame user error on that one, because it's set up differently than in the than in the Ioniq, after all. It's just to be expected. One thing that's slightly maybe bad designed or something is that since the screens for the mirrors, side mirrors, are built into the door sides, your arm, depending on where you rest it, inside can cover the screen. That's not it could be implemented into the main instrument cluster somehow. There's many ways to do this, and I'm sure we will see different variation and different iterations of this as this technology will become more and more prevalent and more normal, because it is brilliant, and it has of course been a designer's wet dream for the last 30 or 40 years to be able to do this, because side mirrors are big and bulky and they have a huge impact on a car's coefficient of drag, and thus its consumption.
But to conclude the Audi E-tron, what do you think about the car?
Well, as I said in the video, it's a very comfortable car. It reminds me slightly, I drove an Audi first gen Q7 once with the big 4.2 liter diesel engine. It's strong as a train, and it's sort of the same feeling, except that the running costs of the e-tron will be a quarter of that, and it's probably quicker and more comfortable and just as refined. And because of the lack of engine, you actually have a little small trunk. The only thing is, if you mention the supercharger network to anyone, apart from Tesla, you will lose, at least for the next few years, because, well, Ionity and Clever and Eon, they're working on it, but it takes time. Apart from that, top marks from me.
Yeah. From my point of view,
how was the seats?
As from my point of view as a passenger, I thought it was a very comfy car. The seat was one of the best I have been sitting in as comes to electric car. The seat was rather good when we found this extra support for the leg.
The support, yes.
What?
Thigh support.
Yeah, the thigh support. It got even better. The entertainment system with the Bang Olufsen speakers sounded rather good. It's not Burmeister, but yeah, I thought it was very good sound.
Pretty good enough for.
Yeah, it was good enough for this type of car. And yeah, my point of view as a passenger, I thought it was a type of car that I could easily been sitting in for 8, 9, 10 hours.
It's the kind of car
driving to the continent.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's the kind of car you take in. It's kind of, well, it's not a GT, but let's face it, the SUV is the kind of modern take on that. And you put the suspension comfort, you crank up the stereo, and you navigate to Rome or London or Paris or the south of France or whatever.
Paris?
Yeah, or you just arrive just as fresh as when you get in there.
Yeah. So yeah, that's not maybe my issue as a passenger, more like the driver and the buyer, but maybe a little bit stiff price. But you get a lot.
Yeah, well, it is an expensive car. It's I don't remember the starting price, but it's
around 850,000 or 85,000 euros.
Starting price. But that's probably what this car was priced at as it stands. So I think you could add that it has 150,000 NOK, about $15,000 in optional extras,
You have the other cat.
which of course, well, it's an Audi, so you know. But it's a good car. Decent range, strong, well, absolutely decent first car for Audi. Well done, Audi.
Yeah.
So now we just wait for the rest of the watershed from the video group. And it will come. It will start later this year, and it will just come like a flood wave in the next 2 years. And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And it will also bring the price down quite a lot, in fact.
Mm.
So, and that's what we need. We need cars with decent range, 300, 500 kilometers, within the price that people actually are interested to buy. Because now in Norway we're a little kind of a bubble in here because of our tax incentives. In the rest of the world, these cars are still more expensive.
Yeah.
So, but that's it.
That's it. And now I have my food to eat. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, like it, share it with your friends, comment down below.
Subscribe.
Yeah, I said that. Subscribe. We see you another time, another day, another car.
Take
Bye
care.
bye.
Bye.